Hello everybody and welcome to episode 23 of Stoneblock. In the last episode, we wanted to do the whole stupid mechanism or processing of 5-timeification of everything, and it is done. The process of making brine is too tedious, and I don't want to sacrifice frames just so we can 5 times the ore when we don't need to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the whole 5 timing, and I think I'm just gonna, I believe you just put it into here. I'm not sure which system. I think you only need oxygen for this. So we might only make oxygen, and then I believe you just put in the ores into here. Hold up, let's just conduct a test. We're gonna, where are we extracting into the thing? Over here. Let's put it on all the modes, and then just do active with signal, grab a stack of this, and go here, and I believe I can just put it into here. Right? And then it's going to triple it with the oxygen. And then we can just, this is still going to keep on processing this, so we can just take it out. But basically it triples it, and then it's going to move it into here, and then do the whole dirty thing, purify it, and then process it. So that's power, power, and power. And here's oxygen, which is either flint, which we can make with a machine factory, or we can actually make oxygen out of doing the whole electrolytic separator thingy. And we can set up a couple of those to make the oxygen, which is basically, I think, just taking this water electrolytic separator and making oxygen. So we can just set up enough of these so we can have enough oxygen, and then we don't need to do flint or anything. And we're just gonna do those machines. So basically, I'm gonna tear this out. I am glad I didn't set it up on other machines. So we're gonna basically grab all of these. Do you keep your inventory? You do, and your power and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna grab all of these that we don't need, which I believe we don't need. We only need the purifying factory, right? Yeah, that's the only thing that is going here. And we're gonna need probably plenty of cabling, because this is gonna get stuck, I think, on this. It looks like it, but yeah. Let me get on with all of the moving of the machines around, making the rooms a little bit smaller, I think. Or just at least the length of this, I think it's going to stay the same. I'm just going to split it up where I need to, and I'm going to move the machines over, and we should be good on that much. So, all of the machines have been moved around. I have removed everything here. The things that I had they were making the gases and all that, and I moved those over here. We just have 4 electrolytic separators making oxygen, and they are putting oxygen into this ultimate gas tank, which just has a storage bus on it. And we basically don't have the disk inside of the storage system anymore, because it was kind of dumb me trying to store it on a disk where we can't level limiter it. So we can just limit it with a gas tank. So if I look at my gas terminal, we just see 511 buckets all the time, because it's constantly being used by different machines, which I have moved here. We have iron processing, gold processing, and then I believe it's copper and tin over here on this side, if I'm not stuck. Copper and tin. And some of them have finished processing all of the ores. Over here we have silver, and then on this other side we have lead. And then over here I moved the machines that I had making the alloys, the thingy-mabobs, these guys, the reinforced alloy and the enriched alloy. And the atomic alloy, I don't think we really need to automate, because we can have some machines somewhere if we need to make it, but the amount of atomic alloy that we have, which is I think I made like 512 of it, is plenty for what we need in the future. So the plan for this side and that side, and also these 2 sides that I have just messed up a bit, is to do other ore processing. So I'm gonna look at everything that we need to process. For example, like oil sand and oil shale. I don't think we need to process that. We can still if we have space, but basically we need pulverizers to do the redstone, I think. Or we could do something else, possibly. But I think redstone, there's mechanical squeezers which get you... Does this require any power or anything? Squeezes, flattens, crushes using energy. Because this gives me 12 and a 50% chance of getting 2. And then a pulverizer gets me 6 with cinnabar, which we don't really need because we have a cinnabar chicken. So then with a tectonic initiator, we can get 9. With an induction smelter, we can get 8. With the pyro, we can get 12, but that's requiring blazing pyrotheum. And then we can put it in an enrichment chamber and just get 12, which we can do with an enriching factory, actually. So that is a thing that we can do, which might actually save us on most of the problems here. I mean, the mechanical squeezer will probably get us an extra, like, 2 every so often, but if we can put it in the elite enriching factory and just have 1 block processing that, how much diamonds do we get? We get 2 and a 50% chance of getting another one, and the enrichment chamber gets us 2. And then there's this whole washing factor with liquid meat from industrial foregoing, which is a new thing that I haven't checked out. A sag mill can get us 2 with a 25% chance of getting an extra one, and we can use grinding balls if we want to. This has like gives you 1 diamond and a 20% chance of getting 3 extra. Interesting. We could go with the whole tectonic pathrotium to triple it, but I think we can just do enriching factories for the things that we can. And the rest of the things that we can process with mechanism, we'll process with mechanism. Because yeah, we can do enrichment chambers, which is a factory, and then a smelting factory to just process it, which is going to be cool. So I think I'm going to set up either recipes for things or just craft them manually. But yeah, let me continue on with setting up this ore processing. I know I've rambled for a little bit, but that's fine. So we can get everything else processed in just a doubling fashion, I think, because this uranium we can't really put in here with the oxygen to triple it. So yeah, okay. I have decided not to go with the mechanical squeezers. I tested it out and it's kind of slow, and it produces the same amount of stuff that this enriching factory can do, and the enriching factory does it at like 7 times faster than this would in a single block, so it's better that way. And I have set up a few things here. Over here, I still have the extract on the ender chest like I had on everything here, basically. And we're extracting diamonds, or extracting into the drawer, so only diamonds, lapis, and redstone can go into here. Then if I grab a conduit, you'll be able to see that I'm extracting out of here in the bottom with just 15 speed upgrades and filters on each one of these. And it has already processed the diamonds and the lapis. Over here, I'm extracting coal into some sag mills, which have the vibrant alloy grinding balls inside. And you can see those if I put this in my hand. I have exporters here on the side and importers on the top, and then I'm inserting from the bottom, so that is processing that. Over here on this side, I have kind of the similar mirrored setup, except I don't have these enriching factories. If we need to process redstone faster, we can set them up on this side for redstone as well. But over here, we're processing the destabilized redstone ore and the dimensional shards with the sag mills as well. So it's currently just finishing processing the destabilized redstone ore. And we can also increase the speed of this with the supercapacitors that we have by the mob farm. But for right now, I think it's fine. And what else did I want to set up? Yes, over here, I have the ores that I still need to process. These I really don't care about, so I'm just going to void everything. The dark gems we're getting from chickens. The black quartz we're getting from chickens, and we're already full in the drawer, so it's pointless to even waste FPS and machines to process this. This stuff to make the bitumen, I believe we won't use this for anything, because only thing it's like furnace generators, or I think you can make like crude oil out of it, which can be then turned into naphtha, which can then be turned into refined fuel, which can then be used for power, which is just a thing that I won't ever do. So this will get voided, or we can just extract into this drawer and just keep a drawer worth of it and just hide it somewhere in the back. That can also happen, just so we have it if we need it at some point. And over here, these 6 need to be crushed and then smelted. So what I'm going to do is put it into the enriching factory and then into a smelting factory. And I have 6 of those setups, basically, with the enriching and the smelting over here on both sides. So we're going to take one of the drawers in the back and one of the drawers in this side and extract that. And then over here, we can either do the whole thing where I did, if I grab some wood, some of this and some of the willow, and then some scaffolding, not scaffolding, sheet metal, like that, because I had before the wood coming down like so, And then we would have the treated wood coming up over here. And then this would be 5 wide, which is okay. So we can just, we can do that just to split up the room and make it a bit better. And we can move this through the center via, I presume, just a moving wand will do. Yep, it just does. And there's a flowy lever. It's really weird. Oh, I think I picked it up again. Moving one. Yep, there it goes. And then that and the scaffolding. Wonderful. And then we can fix the other side as well by doing the exact same thing and just moving this one block over like that and like that. And then adding the treated wood here. We can break the scaffolding, and that can also go with that, and then bring the wood back up to here. And then just bring the wood over and possibly even in here just to split up the room like that. That's fine. Okay, sweet. So that is a 5x5. It doesn't matter. It's the 3x3 here. It's fine. So let me go set up these two, and then I believe we're ready to turn on the quarry again. So we can start processing ores actually as they come through, because I believe we finished iron. We're still doing a little bit of gold. It's still going. And we finished almost the copper. It's a bit more left. And then the rest of the stuff I think is finished. So yeah, let me set up these and then we can probably start up the quarry. The ore processing is complete. I was just gonna put in some 3 elite enriching factories just to have the same side be doing kind of the same thing. Well, not really. I was just gonna put them in there just to be there, just so it's not a flat wall. But I looked into, while I was crafting these, we still need to make these basic control circuits, which then you can turn into the advanced circuits by just crafting them. But that requires 1 machine, so we can import the redstone and the compressed diamonds that we make over here, and then we can possibly also make the we can get 2 of these again and make the compressed obsidian as well. I think it can be made with just regular obsidian, or we do need more machines. Well, I'll check that out. But basically what I want to have here is the same thing that I have for everything, but I'm going to need to split up the channels a little bit, because this can still hold 32 channels. We still have plenty of channels to go around to do this. It's just 8 channels on this single cable, so we're gonna need to do some sneaky tactics of maybe splitting this in half in a way with like a dense cable here possibly, and running this up top here, and then connecting, instead of connecting this directly to this cable, we're gonna connect it to this cable with some more conduit. If we grab some more of this, we can just wrap it around up top like that. It's so weird how it places sometimes where you don't want it to place, but that's okay. And then this is gonna run 2, 3 channels, because we need an export bus here that we're gonna need to connect, and we can grab some cable anchors just so we have it nice and pretty, and just put one over there, and then grab some more cable over here. And basically I want to have the exact same thing happening on all of these. So basically we're going to export the stuff, and instead of just taking the compressed diamonds into here and putting them into this slot, we're just going to import them in the bottom. And if we grab an import bus, I think I'm going to need 2 of those. And before I connect it, I want to set up this export so we don't just start exporting crazy amounts of stuff, but everything is going to connect, and it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channels on each side. So that is wonderful. And then we can have, it's going to be like 14 channels. So, not 14, 12. That's the one. So yeah, let me get everything configured up, and then I'm going to show it to you once it's done. And then we can also work on the other stuff that I mentioned. What I decided to do is just set up the machine over here. We just need the one to make the basic control circuits. So I just have the level emitter 2048, the same I've been doing before, osmium on the side or on the top, redstone on the side, and then import on the bottom. And we're making the basic control circuits, and it's going to finish once we have 2,000 of those. So that is really nice. And over here, I can just toss in the factories. Right now, I'm going to leave it empty. If we find any more machines that we need to set up for something that needs to be processed, we can toss them here because there's 3 open slots. So that is really nice. And we also have some spots here for like 2 machines on each side if we wanted to. We could just move this on and off switch inside, or even put it on the floor somewhere, or whatever. Doesn't really matter. So yeah. I think I'm going to end the episode off here. Reason being, I'm not feeling 100% right now. So I think I need to go lay down and have maybe a nap or something. But basically, yeah. Thank you for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Consider subscribing to see new videos. Support me on Patreon if you want to give a little bit more. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.